Hey, what's up? This is Zach here at Algorand's premier event in Barcelona, Decipher, here with Eric. Super excited for this interview. Before we kick things off, would love it if you could tell us the name of your company and your position there.
Sure, yeah. So I'm the founder of blockstalker.io, and I do pretty much do everything and wear all the hats. I'm the CTO, the CEO, whatever you want to call it. Right now, we're just a small company, just getting kicked off after having a good finish back at the Buildable Hackathon in December.
Awesome. And can you tell us maybe a little bit about the project?
Yeah, so Blockstalker is kind of carving out a new space inside the category of Algorand tools. We're not a block explorer. We don't do network analytics really. We're not an NFT marketplace. We're specifically an Algorand event streaming platform.
Hmm. Can you explain that a bit more?
Yeah, so basically what we're doing right now is we're integrating with a lot of the platforms and products that are on Algorand, and then we're enabling people to follow this activity in real time, whether it's on our UI or via code. They can use our client JavaScript library to basically subscribe to this information and get it in real time.
What would you say in terms of sector in the industry, like NFTs, DeFi, gaming? What area would you say you're the most focused on?
Well, right now, I would say primarily focused on NFTs and assets. I think right now in terms of Algorand's usage, there's a lot of activity around real world assets, tokenization, those sorts of things. You got products like Lofty that are out there building real estate. Taking real estate DAOs and tokenizing them on chain. So, you can follow Lofty tokenizations on chain. You can see when people are selling things, buying different portions of houses. So I would say like Blocksucker's starting to find its like initial activity there. But really because we're kind of more of an infrastructure type product, so you've got Algorand here as the base, and Blockstocker is in between translating all the Algorand data and streaming events out of it. We're not really necessarily trying to narrow on into a specific category. We're saying like, hey, how can we serve you through any sort of event streaming?
Oh, that's super interesting. And what sort of made you want to choose Algorand as a base for this technology?
I think it kind of goes back to that zero. I don't know if you saw yesterday at day one, they had the zero up there, and the zero was just really, a simple communicator for how good Algorand is. And my engineering philosophy tends to be like more aggressively pragmatic. So early on when it came to blockchain, I was definitely more of a skeptic of blockchain. I had never really bought any crypto. I wasn't into Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other chains. But when I discovered Algorand, I was like, wow, this is just a really like a really good product overall. So I'd gotten into the wallet. I found like, wow, the wallet's super simple to use. The developer docs were honestly very easy. Like it was just something that like, as you got into it, you're like, yeah, there's substance and quality here. So that's kind of where my whole journey started with Algorand. I was just mostly interested in the wallet first.
Very interesting. I'm sure people who made the wallet will be
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
to hear that.
Points to Para.
Yeah, no, that's great to hear. And can you talk about maybe the roadmap of the project, like anything that's coming out in the next 6 months, sort of any alpha that you want to share?
Sure. So yeah, we have a couple things that we announced. We did the the API showcase yesterday, where we basically, if you go to our blockstalker.io/decipher 2024, you can sign up and get a free 30-day premium subscription on Blockstalker. That basically gives access to real-time streaming on chain. So, if you're interested in kind of getting a taste for what Blockstalker can do, next 72 hours at Decipher, you can sign up for free and verify and get an account. The other thing too is that we're launching our Blockstalker bot, which is basically a community-driven real-time event streams bot, both for Twitter and Discord. So we'll be launching that in the next week, and excited to get that rolled out.
Super cool. No, I'm excited to see that as well. All right, to kind of cap off with a more fun question, I guess. If you could have a podcast with any person or project in the world, who would it be and why?
Honestly, I really enjoy John Allen Wood's character so far.
Let's go.
This
John
guy's got
Woods, round 3.
yeah, the guy's got a great personality. I love seeing him in front, just in front of the ecosystem here, and like being behind DevRel and the dev tools and anything. I'd love to chat with him. As far as projects, I really like the Exa market. Those guys honestly have a really solid project that they're working on. So, I'd love to talk with them and work with them.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the great interview. I really appreciate it. And make sure to stay tuned for more from Algorand Decipher.